So testing 1, 2, 3 test 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3 test. Testing 1, 2, 3 test. Okay, so may naman yung audio and everything's so fine. Okay, so hi, my name is Lim, this video gamer, also capture kids. So ngayon, I've been working almost non-stop. Almost lang kasi I still needed to sleep. Eat. Nagsimba kami kanina. Pero general, nagtrabaho lang kami. Ang asawa ko for this yun nga yung project na ginagawa namin. So, medyo yun, that really ate up a lot of our time. Hindi ako makapag-stream kasi I was really dead on focus kasi ito nga, dami-dami ginagawa. Anyway, I've been working on the computer almost all the time except during sleep. So, bakit talaga katawan ko because of yung kaka-type, kaka-edit. So, actually malaking pahinga sa akin yung nagsimba kami kasi medyo nakalakad-lakad ako ng konti. And right now, I really need to rest up my brain. So, ano ko ngayon is, actually, nag-isip ako manonood na lang muna ako ng something. Actually, medyo interesado ako panoorin yung Interesado ako panoorin yung Man in High Castle. So far, nag-enjoy naman ako dun. Pero, I really wanna catch up dito sa Avowed kasi gusto ko patapusin yung Valhalla. So, ayun, yun ang aking target at the moment. Ayun. In terms of photography, medyo since sobrang busy nga past weekend, hindi ako makapano muna. Although gusto ko ipakita yung ginawa kong setup. Pero natawa kasi this really tired. Actually, pag ginagawa ko yung mga videos ko about photography, medyo pinaplano ko kung ano gagawin. And I really didn't have the time to really plan things out. Ng oras na, siguro baka 1 hour nga lang yung paglaro ko. And maybe that's it. Pero yun. I'll try to catch up at the moment. Pero yun. Ano ba bang Kung if you wanna ask any questions, ask them. Try to answer as much as I can. Titingin din ako ng mga news kung meron akong mga sasagot sa mga yun. Pero yun, in general, ayun, I'm just gonna play at the moment. Nakakailangan. Kabit ko lang yung earphones bago magano. Ayan, so there. Do I want to do quests for this place? Why not?
Ah, infamous Etherean envoy. I'd heard of your resemblance to our illustrious founder, but I'd hardly believe it if I weren't seeing it for myself. The monks tell us that Nandru had a special connection to the land, a sense for where to find things. I wonder if you share it.
Eh.
Ah, sharp as the tusks themselves. Our hunters can track beetles, birds, and boars, but do you know what the most elusive quarry in the tusks is? It's water, of course. Yet you'd never know it from the way the councillors fuss. It's all traditions, tradition, man. There's always been a problem with it. Chiefly that it tastes of rotten zorip eggs. But no one can be bothered to fix it. Find the scouts I already sent to fix the problem, if you please. There's an old godless aqueduct system in Slumbering Fields, far to the southwest. I sent a team to start repairs, but I haven't heard from them. Thank you. They were supposed to work on the section just north of the southern guard tower. You probably passed it when you entered the Tusks.
Outsiders in the halls Nandru built himself.
Mihala is to blame. We need to open our gates to the world, lest it leave us behind.
Absolutely! Can you imagine if we had access to fresh crops from Fjord? Or all of the goods that pass through Paradise?
No, I can't. Not with Mihala calling the shots.
Then perhaps it's time for a change around here.
Kapit ko na kaya yung may iba quests.
Feel like making yourself useful, outsider?
So you're the outsiders my guards led you to the keep. Sucker. Now I'm going to have to deal with Kazmin. And you're accompanied by a deserter.
There's the Joffrey I know. Still calling your parents by their first names.
Yes, I am. Every time I visit them. You should try it sometime. If you have a complaint, can it wait? I'm already dealing with enough. Ha! You're an outsider, and outsiders aren't allowed in Sully's Keep. You lot are the only kith around who aren't dwarves. Or hadn't you noticed? And now one of my wardens has let you in. Mihala is going to ream me for this. You're telling me? None of this is even my job. Not really, anyway. Mihala ordered me to take over for our Captain Petru until he comes back, but it's been weeks and no one's heard anything. If I knew, I wouldn't be talking to you, Nimdut. Mihala said it was council business, but there's nothing in his office. No journal, nothing. One of my wardens, Mina, is convinced something happened to him, but I don't have the time or resources to spare. Would you? That would take a load off of me. The council might even thank you for it. Talk to Mina. She's been distraught since Petru disappeared, so I've relieved her of her duties. I can't have one of my wardens like this, drunk and useless. She's likely over in the bar, drowning her sorrows. If there's anything to know about Petru, she'd know it.
Odd for the captain of the guard to disappear like that. Let's look into this.
Back? Here? Might be.
Move along, outsider. Consultation hours are... Oh my. No, of course not. What can I do for one such as yourself? Ah, our beloved founder. Nandru sought to create a sanctuary in the deadliest part of the island. He called it Solace. Many believe Nandru was led here by a spirit guardian of some kind. Others believe he was simply an excellent judge of location. Regardless, many of his traditions remain in place to this day, while others may have fallen by the wayside. He was compassionate, eccentric, and charismatic. He knew how to draw out the best in his people. A true leader. Tradition says that when he knew his life was ending, he sought quiet solitude, knowing his work here was complete. Not a word of tradition, spoken or written, speaks ill of our founder. It is perhaps the only thing on which we all agree. If you ask these absolute Zarims, they'd say not at all. I maintain that our solace is more in Sorina's vision than Nandru's. Our founder envisioned a safe place for all who reside or explore in the Tusks. An admirable goal, certainly. Sorina's vision was more about safety for the people already within Solace. Outsiders be damned. Ah, blessed Sorina. She led Solace's rise from the ashes centuries ago, when an attack breached the walls and ruined our keep. She was a forceful and diligent leader who oversaw the rebuilding of the keep and established new traditions to keep us safe. Many, myself included, believe her traditions conflicted with Nandru's, which were more suited to a Solace in peacetime. If you ask about the tilled ground made for growing plants, no. Very few here have that knowledge. But Nandru did speak of a garden from time to time. He created the Wardens of Solace to oversee that garden specifically. No one can say for sure what the garden meant to him, for none has set foot there. I fear I cannot help you beyond that. What more can I do to enlighten you? Since the days of Nandru himself, have we stood watch over the garden, as shall our descendants, and their descendants, and theirs, until the end of Eora itself.
Mina. Ito?
Good to see you again. How can I help?
Maybe we should open up for more trade.
You think Kostya's right, huh?
Think of the salted fish we could get trading with Third Ward.
Better than this mystery meat, that's for sure.
Damn. Outsiders in the keep? Joffrey really must be shit at commanding the wardens if you got in. Marius? You're back? God's alive. I never thought I'd see you again.
Mina, is that you? Didn't recognize you with all that whiskey smell around you.
The whiskey helps me sleep. I've been working extra shifts without Petru here. Things would be a lot better if he was still in charge. Left? That what he told you? Sucker. Our captain didn't just up and disappear without warning. Something must have happened to him. It's law in the keep that we don't ever leave Solace. Ever. Not unless we're on assignment at an outpost. Your friend Marius here is an example as to what happens if we do. Some people don't like that. Petru... he skirted the rules. Has some project out there, at that abandoned warden tower. He usually goes out for a day or two, but always comes back. It's been weeks now, and nothing. I figure something must have happened to him. Who knows what's out there? Attacked by Zaribs, killed in a lava flow. I think so too. I'd love to look into it, but Joffrey won't spare any wardens. Look, I know it's not your business, but you're the only one who can go in and out of the keep. If you happen to go by the abandoned Warden Tower, just to the northwest of Solace, keep an eye out for him, all right? Even a clue as to where he is would help. Maybe I'd be able to convince Joffrey to send someone after him. Never thought I'd see an outsider do more for me than my own people. Thanks, Adiren.
Sometimes people just leave. He's probably drunk somewhere feeling bad about it.
But Kostya says that Solace Keep is nothing but a crypt. We'll die in here.
I'm so tired of listening to you. Kostya this, Kostya that. Solace Keep protects us all. I don't want to hear another word.
An outlander.
Don't mean to be disrespectful, but we'd prefer not to deal with your kind.
What's wrong with talking to the Outlander, We need outside opinions. We need medicine. You're sick, Mother.
Pargrunen affairs are Pargrunen affairs. We don't speak of them to outsiders.
Even if it costs you your life, Mother? You'd rather die than ask for help from an Outlander?
Kostya has a lot to answer for. Poisoning our youth's minds with these ideas.
Once again, Outlander, we did not ask for your opinion. Leave us before we call for a warden's assistance.
Why won't you listen? If we don't change our ways, the Pargrunen are done for.
I don't want to hear another word of this.
Okay.
What do you think it means?
What do you think what means?
I suppose that's edible. Well, not looking for Outlander coming to Solace Keep. What do you think it means? What's the point anyway?
Huh. Not too far. There it is.
Zarb tracks. Lots of them. We're entering hostile territory.
We got them all.
We've got company!
Better days. Equipment. Someone was experimenting with forces they didn't.
There's nothing short of dangerous.
That Nimdu Petru definitely got himself locked up in the Ash Forest. He'll still be there. The Zarubs didn't get to him first.
We go down. Associated to. Let's go down more.
That's done? Who's hungry?
I need lockpicks. Wait. Okay, let's go up. Seven hearts. Okay, effects. Okay, then let's go and get out and layo. Dito muna tayo.
Here they come.
We've got company. Hey.
Who are you, Spirit? The plague
It's corrupted the rest of us. The Stilgar, our minds, broken. I won't let it take me. I'll keep my sanity. You're not real. You can't be. No. Go away, spirit.
The trap cuts. The fox cries at the pain of the hare. The justice of the wild.
Go away. Oh, I know you're not real. I'll stop you if I must. My soul is mine. Mine! It will not be despoiled. What was that prayer Ludwig taught us to banish the visions? Fearsome Woodica, by your withering gaze, I bind this tricksome devil. Oh, God, it's still there. I see the canopy of a tree inside your soul. No! Stop looking at me. I don't want to see it.
That's dream thrall talk if I've ever heard it. So what's the plan?
None shall pass, she said. The ruiner, the rival, the seed of the poisonous tree. Woediger, blind you villain.
Come and get me.
Mario took alive.
Nice.
Alright. I didn't want to do that, but you didn't leave me any choice.
Be ready. Lava can be really off-putting. Pudding if you're not used to it.
Ang layo.
Let's do it.
Well, seems there is more to our dwarven friend than we thought. Than even he thought. And to know that monster is still out there. That he could do that all over again. It's sickening. Oh, take it from me, dearie. You can always be a problem. Either way, at least that part of Marius's life is done and dusted. The next time we find a cult like this, let's stop it before they get to the death part, shall we? Well, that's all I have to say on the matter, I suppose. Unless there's something else you wish to discuss? How can I help, darling? Always a pleasure, envoy.
Envoy? I thought I'd feel different after dealing with Razvan. Somehow more at peace. There was this threat I didn't even know I was afraid of, and now it's gone. So why doesn't it all feel better now? Right. It's just... I've spent so long being terrified of... what? I still feel like I don't know. Been dealing with this all my life. Someone starts acting strange, then clearly something terrible's about to happen. My people were in a cult. They believed what Razvan said. They died because he asked them to. But he wasn't behind every corner. He was stuck in a cave, babbling in mushrooms. Not for lack of trying, right? I appreciate what you've done to help me. I won't forget it. Thank you for finding that amulet. It's such a small thing, but it helps. Just holding it brings back memories. Good ones. There was a sense of purpose, I think. They all left Solace for a reason. They trusted Razvan. People began to act strange. My parents weren't around as much. Everyone started paying all their attention to Razvan. We all know what happened next. It was Razvan. He built up their trust and betrayed it all at once. I just wanted to thank you, Envoy. That's all. Anyway. Until next time.
After all this time, finally returning home. How you doing, Marius?
I'm holding on. Got pretty intense back there.
You know, I don't think I've ever seen so many books in one place. And to think Elder Grigor was going to hide them away from everyone. I just wish I wasn't traveling with a woman who agreed with him. And the monks are hoarders. What's the point of a library if no one can check out the books? No matter. What's done is done. I had just hoped that Pargroon knowledge could help the Pargroonen. Well, that's all I have to say on the matter, I suppose. Unless there's something else you wish to discuss? How can I help, darling? Sweet dreams, Envoy.
Talking to Kostya, it's gotta be nice to meet someone who's happy to see adherence for a change. I can tell he's struggling against the current, which is a shame because he's looking out for his people rather than an old building. Tradition and history have their place, but I just can't see putting it ahead of the welfare of the living. But you're the envoy. I'm wondering what you think about it. Yeah, it's too bad Mihala can't see it. Rawatai's grown over the centuries through dozens of expansions, conquests, and alliances. Many were bloody and hard-won, but I still can't find myself wishing for the alternative. We wouldn't have lasted if we stayed a small Almawa tribe struggling against a barren, stormy spit of land. Don't get me wrong, I saw the messy part of that boldness in Deadfire. But I don't think isolationism is the answer either. The question is, do you really think Kostya and his people are better off sticking around here than taking their chances with Adir? Or striking out into the living lands? Perhaps there's no one who should make that decision, but someone will have to. We'll be covered in ash by morning.
That meeting of the Solace Council did not go as planned.
It was a whole lot of exactly what I expected of it.
Can only upgrade one. Muna.
Honestly, it's all processes and traditions and arguments over texts written by non-Drews centuries ago.
I've seen council meetings get out of control, but that one was for the books. Almost as bad as when I asked the governor for some unconventional equipment. He nearly had a heart attack. Old customs struggling to fix new problems. It's remarkable, really, what people do for traditions that have lost all meaning. The garden is your birthright, and the wardens don't seem to know why they're guarding it in the first place. If anyone has a right to enter the garden, it's you. Such is the life of an envoy. The council made their choice. If they won't let you into the garden, we just have to find another way. Pleasant dreams.
Anything else? I think that's it.
You seem quiet, darling.
I'm still thinking about Thirdborn and what we did to them.
I know it's a heavy price to pay, but look at what we bought. The Dream Scourge is no more in Shatterscarp. And Naguku Bell stands, ready to be studied the moment we deal with this new god and the Steel Garrote.
After all that, you're still thinking about your studies.
And aside from it being the right thing to do, I find it very easy to disagree with Ludwig.
I don't have to like her to think she was right about this.
I suppose I can understand. I just wish you could find me more agreeable than the woman who attacked Fiora.
I do, Yatsley. I just wish this didn't make us the people who attacked Thirdborn.
Confirm.
Looks like this place was abandoned recently.
when Grandma said the child would be easy, just want to get to the world concept and believe the old bloodshed. And anyway, it'll be something worth it. I think the machine can improve the lava flow. Simply get it all stones first.
So the expedition is in the slumbering fields, just across the deadly valley full of lava.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, let's track.
Wagon tracks, heading toward the slumbering fields. Looks like they went this way.
Couldn't have done it better.
Look left.
Did you see me, Marius?
No way across from here.
Go higher. May daan kaya dun? Ang daan dito? Parang wala.
Another soul for the wheel.
Nice job, everyone.
Let's finish this.
How do I get that part? There's some kind of treasure hidden near here. Anyway. Ah, no, no.
Hot! Too hot!
How is this our fault? We've lived here for centuries.
Stay back, creatures of flesh and fur and bone. You follow one another into the snare.
Abaddon's hammer. Did Gabral send you? You've got to get us out of here.
The land cries out in protest, and you send more from your stinking, teeming warrens?
Why would we poison the very water we need? That makes no sense. Marius, Is that you? Can you talk some sense into anyone here?
Sorry, Raluca. You knew the answer to that before you asked.
Do you understand so little? You awoke an ancient presence with your digging and delving. It waits in the ruins, among the bones of the dead. The land fights back against it, curdling the water.
I've seen this before. Nature twisting itself to fight off intruders, corrupting the land and water.
Better than allowing a parasite to thrive. An ancient herald of destruction. A harbinger of death. We know only that the land attempts to vomit it up like a poison. The land feels, it remembers. Like a tree choked with vines, it seeps poison to defend itself from the aggressor. The interloper.
We feel a presence. It rises like bile in our throat. We fear it.
But burrowing worms clog the ears of these fools. I warn them, and they hear nothing. What is this madness? You bear the mark of this land in the ridges of your flesh and the rings of your soul. Surely you must know better. Very well. Your insight would be helpful. Still that foul presence and let the waters flow sweet and clear once more. Clear the old one's water roads to slake this parched land. Do this, and I shall release these vermin to scurry back to their nest.
Stay away from the water, Envoy, unless you want to die in it.
Enemy to the right.
Your reputation is well deserved. We've got company.
Dodge this! On your right.
Nicely done!
Look right!
Onward, to the right!
I wouldn't touch that water, much less drink it.
Something lurks here.
Ruined workshop. Might have what we're looking for.
My head. Can't you feel it? Like buzzing insects.
Rats scrabbling in the dust, crawling back to the same ruined trash heap.
No. We know this voice. This presence. Sneering at us through our prison bars.
I culled your rot from this land before. I will do it again. I am Wodika, the Oathbinder, goddess of order, vengeance, and law. Too long has this land languished in chaos. Bandits, fugitives, and outcasts squabble in their crude fortresses. This land needs order, purpose. The Order of the Gods. The Order, which has governed lives for millennia. You are an Ediran, a nation where law and authority brought peace between the warring folk and elves. It is steadfast. Your people understand how to tame what is wild. How to build empire from rubble.
Not so sure. Technically, stability will do it.
Adir is not the living land's enemy. It is the fraud whose madness would lay waste to paradise.
Stop it! Stop her! Silence her! She feeds you poisoned fruit!
Do you think this place was always so gray? With its barren slopes and acid sea? Your parasite is to blame. It has destroyed this place before. These hills were once lush, and the people...
She lies. Falsehoods like fangs. She was not there. She did not see.
Why else would the usurper so quickly deny its deeds? Is it a plea of innocence, or admission of its guilt? Past? It roils this instant, beneath your very feet. Whose poison flows through this water? Who spoils its own lifeblood?
Creatures did this. They crawled through our bones. They picked at our flesh.
The Magfolk fulfilled a need. What is the purpose of this?
So small, so fragile. We did not mean to. We could not understand.
Steady now. You've been through another episode. The phantasmal focus lit up like a cinder bomb.
Every time that happens, it feels like you might not come back. You're talking to Wodika now? When did that happen?
They call her the Strangler, the sharp claw of vengeance, the bane of animancers. I don't trust her, and neither should you.
Don't take this the wrong way, but I think it's possible the Oathbinder knows something we mortals don't. Maybe you'll find your answers in the garden. Stranger things have happened.
Hmm.
You have restored the waters. I was right to trust you. Truly, the spirit of the land lives in you. A seed carried in the wind.
Carried where? We feel the tranquility of this place, but whose roots drink its waters?
I release these kith to return to their burrows. May they leave this enclave in peace. Clear the tangle of growth choking the Ancient One's waterways, and the kith may gather it freely. So long as they leave this sanctuary free of their influence, so that new life may take root.
You can't be serious. You expect us to walk away from the best source of fresh water in the tusks?
If the godlike clears the old growth from the waterways, then a portion will flow out. You may gather it where the waterway ends, away from here. No. They are an invasive species. Their presence is a disruption. They do not tend. They only take, consume, devour. In nature, all things are in balance. But these kith are interlopers. Their hunger would crush the delicate growth here. They must gather what they can and leave this place in peace.
Avowed, godlike, in private? That talking tree expects us to just walk away from the best source of clean water in the tusks. So that what? A few more moss patches can grow? In centuries? Maybe. I'm worried about the here and now. We can't risk losing access to fresh water again. I know you've done a lot for us already, but I'd like to ask one more thing. I need you to kill the tree lady. Look, we need to set up a guard post here. Eventually we want to build out the aqueduct system. There's no way she'll let us do that. Well, you'd need to clear whatever's blocking the aqueduct for the water to flow out. But the source would still be vulnerable to disaster and happenstance. Natural, magical, or divine. I don't like this, but it's our best chance for survival. We're not getting anything until that blockage is cleared out of the aqueduct. If you can at least do that much, we'll make do. We'll have to.
Look to your left! That's all of them.
Water's probably deep enough to swim under the tower. Though if anyone asks, it wasn't my idea. There's roots blocking the water flow. We'll have to clear it. That's fresh water right there, on its way to Solace.
To your left! Too late! Put it down! Put it down!
That was a close one. Couldn't have done it better.
Marius, look alive! Not bad, Envoy.
Something interesting.
We have been here before. Do you feel the old roots twisting in the loam? Betrayal. Then, retribution. They suffer as we suffered. It roils, it sears. But we took it all away. Now our memory is a wound reopened. You are Maru, a Jabaru Sinakis. You stand on the shoulders of all who spoke for us before. You are young in your role, newly minted from your trials in Thirdborn. You tempered your body and spirit in our image. Tell us, Maru, how did you perform? The attention slithered under your skin. We chose you for a promise that seemed to embarrass you. You snuffed your light. We could not understand why you refused our gift. Yet you stood for the garden, and your destiny remained. The leader sent you to the temple of Galawain's tusks. An oasis bloomed from the Adra, and our children built a city there. Tell us, Maru, how did you find life in your new home? Meaning, a sapling thriving in its native soil. Why? The Akida's wonders had existed only in dreams before. You saw the city, and at last, you felt like one of them. In the third year of your work, the tide turned. The season changed. The city had grown root-bound, too large to sustain itself. Creeks ran dry. The people stirred with unrest. They turned to you. How did you advise them? They sustained each other for a time, but the crops withered, hunger gnawed, until one day, relief. The builders found a clear spring carved into the mountainside. They dreamed of an aqueduct, a river of their own design. Its veins would split the trees, a winding wound across our back. You could speak with us. Why did you not consult us first? Desperation turned you away. In the path of the aqueduct lived a mighty flower tree, one of the first in the jungle. of vitality. Its leaves spread wide, a challenge to the foreman's authority. He raised his axe. You leaped forward. The axe cleaved into your arm. It would survive, but your blood drenched the dirt. Why did you intervene? Compassion greater than our gift. Yet you were weakened. He cut. The ground thundered as it fell. The haze parts. We cry out. Our skin burns. This memory we recall. The earth erupts, a chorus of screams. Ash blots out the sun. The plans smolder. Leaves in the wind. Yet there you stood. A sprout in the dust. A witness to our tragedy. You offered yourself to protect us. We could not punish you. We hear their lamentations still. Prune the dead growth. We should like that to be our way. Years passed. The Aikido returned. As they rebuilt their walls, they left us offerings, wary of their ancestors' mistake. We welcomed their bounty, but the scars never healed. We too had learned. We twine together. We reach for the sky. We grow. We grow. We grow.
Hmm. 90. Okay, tatapusin ko na lang tong quest na to, tapos papahinga na ako. Ayusin ko yung mga gamit, tapos I get some sleep.
We'll wait here until you've taken care of everything. Gabral would be downright insufferable if I went back to them empty-handed. Thank you. If there's one thing we need to survive out here, it's fresh water. You've given us a fighting chance.
Tapos na yan. Okay, sige. So, that's gonna be it. Papahinga na muna ako. Okay. Okay. Sa mga nanood sa akin, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Ayun, tinapos ko lang. Siguro more than 1 hour lang yung aking gameplay, and that should be enough for now. Marami pa akong gagawing work, so I won't be able to focus in the next few days. Depende kung makakung hindi, kasi dami kong kailangan gawin talaga eh. So, yeah, baka tignan mo kasingit ako makalaro or baka gawa mo na lang ng video. Pero kung hindi, malamang sa weekend. Ayan. And anyway, so that's gonna be it. That's gonna be my video for today. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe. Target natin makapag tayo. 600. Tapos, hopefully, maka 1,000 tayo. So, nadagdagan tayo ng subscribers recently, and thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Anyway, I thank you. You guys take care, and bye-bye.